Buenos dias, Rhea Bue here, and I'm back with a new vlog and with a new haircut. Well, for today's vlog, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this vlog, and a lot of you actually messaged me on Instagram asking me on the app that I use and how I edit my Instagram stories lately. Well, if you don't have any idea how my Instagram stories look like because you're not following me on Instagram, well, it looks like this. There you go. That is technically how I do my Instagram stories now, and I'm actually enjoying it. And I think I'm gonna stick to this style for a little bit more. And if you have noticed, my Instagram stories actually look similar to each other, so I made sure that everything is consistent in terms of elements, colors, and the layout. It actually depends on how you really want your Instagram stories to look like. It's up to you to be creative on how you do yours, but this is how I do mine. So if you guys are really curious on how I do mine and the app that I use, then keep on watching. Let's start with the app. Now for the app, I use Adobe Sketch. So the app is absolutely free and it's available for both iOS and Android users, so everyone can freely download it and use it. Why do I like Adobe Sketch among other apps? It's just easy for me to use the app, and of course the brushes are all nice. And aside from Adobe Sketch, you can also download a design kit. It's an app similar to Adobe Sketch, so you can also doodle there. And also you can try to check out Pocket as well. And Pocket, it's just hard for me to doodle around with my fingers since I don't have like a stylus or like a pen to draw everything on my iPhone screen, because honestly I just use my phone. This is an iPhone 8 and I just doodle everything here, so the screen is not that big compared to if you have your iPod. I just use my fingers to just doodle everything. I've already picked my colors, so I've saved them in my library. So when you have your app open, your Adobe Sketch open, you can actually pick your colors and start saving them into your own library, so you don't have to like pick the colors every time you doodle. It is also the reason why most of the elements that I put into my Instagram stories are related or are similar to each other. So there, that is my tip number one when you use Adobe Sketch. For my second tip when you use Adobe Sketch is, if you don't want to doodle every now and then I recommend you to just start doodling all of the elements that you want to include in your stories consistently. Then just save the elements individually. Save the image without a colored or a solid background, so just save it with a blank or transparent background. Then it would be easier for you to just copy the image and paste it into your Instagram stories, and at least you already have those elements and you don't have to doodle them every time you want to post a story or like repost a story. So there, that is my tip number 2. And actually I just have 2 tips for the app. Now let's start with the first sample that I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share a post to my IG story and I'm gonna pick this photo because Jeff and I are cute in this photo. So yeah, let's just share this photo, add to story there, and then liitan natin ng konti yung photo. And then let's go to camera roll. So as you can see, I've already saved all of the elements that I used on my IG stories, and I have all of them here on my favorites. I have this background over here, and for this one, I actually did a tutorial for this already, so you can check out my vlog here or here to find out how I created this solid background with a hole in the middle. Just gonna copy this background and then go to my Instagram story, paste it right there. So as you can see, the hole has a purpose. So we're just gonna click on the image so that it goes on top of the background. And then let's go back to my bank of elements. So I'm gonna pick this one. So let's pick this element that I did way before, and just like put it there. Like it's like a border to your image or post or something. There. And also guys, be careful not to click on the background, the solid background. If you do this, everything will go back and the background, solid background, will go on top, and you need to like do everything again. So just be careful. So now let's add more elements with this whole look. So let's go to Adobe Sketch. As you can see, I have all of my projects here, and I did a lot of like graphics or doodling here already. Even made my previous thumbnail through this app. And yeah, I just love this app. Like super love this app. So there. Now let's go to like, sorry, I'm gonna click the plus button here, and then let's choose a format for your canvas. But usually I just go for tabloid there. And then let's hide the background to make sure that the image is going to be transparent, or the background is going to be transparent. I'm sorry, there. I have all of these brushes on the side, and my favorites would be the pencil brush. And usually I change this one to the soft pastel one. There. So now let's start doodling. So for this one, I want to add a text, new. So let's click on soft pastel and then change the color. So here, as you can see, I have my library of colors here already. So I have white, yellow, red, the peach one, and the pink one. So for this, I'm gonna pick the white one. And then let's adjust the flow to 100% and also adjust the size of the brush. So as you can see, I doodled the word new 3 times, but technically you can also just doodle one new and just duplicate the image. Now let's go to image, and then let's go back to your Instagram story and just paste it here in the middle, because that's how they do it nga. Or you can like put it here or here. Adjust the size depending on how you want it to look like. Now if you want to add more elements, let's go back to Adobe Sketch. Let's hide this layer and then add a new sketch layer, and then minimize the brush size, and then let's add stars. This is actually one of my favorite elements. I like to put stars on my stories because it's easy to make and it's cute. There, and then let's go back to image and then copy image, and then go back to Instagram stories and paste. So there, now we have the stars, and then we can do that again. Let's go back to Adobe Sketch, same layer, image, copy, and then go to your Instagram story. There, you can maybe adjust this. There. Aside from this layout, you can also try to explore and add photos from your camera roll and make it like a collage effect in your story. I have a sample photo right here. There, you can also try to do that, but if you wanna focus on just one image, then you can do this instead. For the next sample layout that I'm gonna show you, let's go back to Adobe Sketch. So let's try to do this image right here where we have this background brush or acrylic brush behind the image. Let's open a new project and click on the tabloid portrait format again, because I just can't find an Instagram story dimension here in Adobe Sketch. So what I do, or what I use, is I go for the tabloid format always. Now look for the photos on your phone and let's look for an image that we can use. So let's use this one. So there. And just make sure that the image fits the whole format. So once you pick your image already, let's go to the sketch layer and then let's click on the pencil brush, and I'm just gonna click or pick the white color for this and adjust the flow to 100, and I'm just gonna trace the edges of this one of myself. So just do this slowly but surely. There, just sketch it all the way there. And then we're just gonna add a second layer to this one, to the outline that we did. And this one doesn't have to be that perfect. There. So there. Now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna add a sketch layer, and then let's go back to brushes and then click the acrylic brush right here. So let's make sure it's 100% size. Now let's add the background brush for this. There. And then let's change the color to pink. Just do it. So we're gonna click the erase brush and adjust the brush size and start erasing this part right here. This one is actually hard, but just do it slowly so you won't mess it up. There. There, just continue to erase the brush. Let's increase the size of our brush, make it faster, and zoom in. There. I think I'm happy with this and how it looks like now. So there, this is how I just add the brushes behind the image to give it like a depth. Now let's go to Instagram and upload the image. There. So you can add text here if you want. For those who are asking, I use the app fonts in order to change the fonts on my stories or comments. So I use the app fonts. So let's type in, it's all in the details. So there, you can also do this option if you want. Really depends on you. We're done with that sample edit. There you have it for this vlog. I hope you enjoyed watching this and hopefully you learned something from me today, and I'm so excited to see your stories. If you try this one out, feel free to tag me if you want, because I'm really curious and I want to see how you guys do it. And if you're not following me on Instagram yet, follow me. It's at I am Rhea Bue. And of course, as a thank you for all of you, I will be sharing a free download of my favorite elements down below, so you can download all of the elements that I use on my Instagram stories. This will be the acrylic brushes that I usually put on my Instagram stories, the stars, the hearts, and everything. So everything is in transparent background, so you can just download the images and unzip the files and just transfer everything to your phone and copy the image and place it to your Instagram stories, and you're all set. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!